Hey there, welcome back to A Little Less Lisa. If you are new to this channel, my name is Lisa, and I'm currently on a health/weight loss, just basically a life improvement kind of journey. So if that's interesting to you, I would love to see you back here. Click the subscribe button down below and the notification bell so you know when I upload videos. I am currently in maintenance in my weight loss journey. I am on a GLP-1 medication. I take compounded tirzepatide. So I am about to titrate down to 2.5 milligrams. If you are interested in my journey, like I said, if you're new to the channel, I will make sure that I link up in the cards the playlist for my weekly updates. So every week I do an update video on either my weight loss or how things have gone, etc. But yeah, like I said, we'd love to see you back here. So today we are going to talk about body dysmorphia. I know that this is a touchy subject to talk about, so I guess trigger warning here if this is something that will not be healthy for you from a mental health perspective. I would suggest that you click off of this video right now, but I do think that it is a very important topic and one that I want to talk about because it's definitely something that I have struggled with. So yeah, let's talk about it. So there is such a thing as body dysmorphia disorder, which means that you have an actual diagnosed disorder of where you're really constantly thinking about issues with your body, things that you perceive as issues with your body. I don't think that I have body dysmorphia disorder. It's not something that I'm constantly thinking about or anything like that. But I certainly think that I have some aspects of body dysmorphia as it relates to how I see my body. But what's interesting is I think a lot of people, when they think about body dysmorphia, they think about it from the standpoint of that you generally think that your body is bigger than it is. But I think that there's a lot to be said for also not recognizing the size of your body when you're in a larger body. So I want to talk about both sides of it because I have definitely experienced both sides of it. So I definitely have experienced, like I said, the being in a larger body, but not really recognizing the actual size I was. And again, I don't know that I really appreciated that or realized that until I started looking back at photos of myself, 5, 6 months ago, a year ago, 2 years ago, whatever it was. And what you might find interesting about that is because I have another YouTube channel, which has been now almost, I think actually I'm coming up on 2 years now. And now that I think about that, as I'm filming this video, I think in another week, a week and a half, something like that, it will be 2 years since I uploaded my first video on that channel. So I clearly take a lot of pictures of myself. I take a lot of video footage of myself. I edit all of those videos. So I am seeing myself constantly, right? I mean, it's not like, I know some people, when they talk about having body dysmorphia from the standpoint of being in a larger body and maybe not recognizing the actual size they are, it's because they completely shy away from photos. They don't want to be in photos. They don't want to see photos of themselves. They don't look at themselves naked in the mirror, things like that. Now, I will say, I certainly wouldn't do that. And there have been a lot of times throughout my life where I have avoided pictures and I wouldn't want to see pictures of myself because of the size that I was. But like I said, what I think is really interesting is that for the past 2 years, I have been heavily photographed by myself and yet still not really recognizing the size that I was. Now again, I knew the size that I was, and by that I mean I knew what size I wore in general, because again, my other channel is about fashion and luxury items and things. So I did have many vlogs of me, clothes shopping and trying on clothes and doing try on hauls and things like that. But yet for some reason, I still really wasn't able to see myself and the size of my body that I was until I lost weight and went back and looked at some of those photos. And like I said, I'm sure to some of you, you're thinking that doesn't make sense, because like I said, you, meaning me, Lisa, you saw yourself day in, day out through the eyes of a camera. And yet, like I said, I did, yes, but I don't think I really truly understood or comprehended or really saw the size body that I was in. I think I saw it, but yet in my head, somehow it got morphed maybe a little bit. By no means did I look at those pictures or that footage and think, oh yeah, Lisa, you are, you look like you're a size 6 or 8 or whatever. I didn't see that, but I certainly don't really think that I saw myself as the size that I actually was. The flip side to that, of course, is the body that I'm in now. And what I find interesting about sort of the body dysmorphia that I'm living with at the moment is that for, like I said, for, 13, 15 or so years, I was pretty much in the body that I am now. I was essentially this same size, which is pretty much a size 6, maybe a size 4 now, whatnot. But my point is that when I lost the 85 pounds before, back in, 2006, I absolutely had body dysmorphia at that time. I mean, I remember going clothes shopping and pulling a size 6 pair of pants off the rack and thinking, there is absolutely no way I'm going to fit in these pants. There's no way in the world. And I can remember that. But like I said, it kind of then tapered off. I shouldn't say kind of, it really did taper off. It may have taken a good year or two of being in this size body to then be comfortable with myself and, when I went shopping, to confidently take the size 6, pant or whatever it was off of the rack, pretty much knowing that it was going to fit. So, that means then for, 11, 12, whatever years, I was comfortable and I knew what I looked like. And so, yes, even though I was in a larger body for the last, let's say, 4 years or so, 5 years, well, kind of off and on, because I did lose some weight during the pandemic. So, but we'll say the size body that I was, let's call it 4 years. I would have thought then that coming now back to the size body that I'm in now, which was the same size body essentially that I was, like I said, for a lot of years, would have been a very easy transition for me. However, it hasn't been. So for example, this 2-piece outfit, which you can't see the bottom of right now, is a pair of knit cream. It's essentially the same color as this. Knit, like I said, bottoms in a size small from Amazon. I took this out of the package and I looked at the waistband and I thought, there is no way in the world that these are going to fit. In addition to that, the fact that it was cream, and I would have never ordered this in cream when I was in my larger body, because the color cream in my opinion, on that body was just not a look that I was happy with. Okay, you could see cellulite and fat. I'm sorry, I'm describing my own body here. And it was not something that I wanted to do. So a two-piece outfit, knit outfit like this in my previous size would have 100% been black, and black only, because black is slimming and black, hides some of those flaws. But like I said, I realized, and I take some of these things out of a package, especially if I'm ordering online, and my immediate gut reaction is, you're so funny, Lisa. Why did you order this in whatever size that is? Because that is never going to fit you. And yet it does, and it fits comfortably, and I love the way it looks. Another example, I was in Zara yesterday, and I saw this really, really beautiful pair of linen pants that had some sort of almost like an exaggerated eyelet motif at the bottom of the pants. So there were like cutouts at the bottom, sort of the last, like this much down to the hem. Beautiful, beautiful pair of pants. I did not end up getting them, however, because I realized I didn't really know where I would wear them. I mean, they're a little more dressy. I mean, they wouldn't have to be dressy, but I just realized I didn't need them. And I picked them up in a size small. Now, I don't know why I picked them up in a size small, because I have never been a size small at Zara, ever in my life. And like I said, I don't even know what possessed me to pick them up in a small. And then I picked up some other things. I picked up a slip skirt in kind of a cream color, and I originally took it in a size small. And I thought, Lisa, I don't know that this is gonna fit. I looked at it, and I kind of looked at the width of the hips, and I'm thinking to myself, it's a slip skirt, so it's not like it's gonna give. It's a slip skirt, so it doesn't have elastic in it or anything. So I grabbed the medium, because I thought, you know what, Lisa, the small's not really probably gonna fit, so just take the medium. That way you don't have to go back out of the dressing room. So got into the fitting room, and generally what I like to do is I like to try on the smaller size first. So I tried on the small, and it fit perfectly in the skirt. It was fantastic. Then I got to the pants. And I looked at these pants, and again, they were like a linen, or kind of, cotton linen fabric with no elastane or spandex or anything in it. So it was a rigid fabric. Of course, I'm sure it would have probably given a little as you wore them. But I looked at these pants and I thought, Lisa, what in the world were you thinking? Why in the world would you have ever grabbed a size small, or at the very least, not grabbed both a size small and a size medium? Because looking at these pants and looking at the waistband, and like I said, there was no elastic in the waist. This was a clean, just standard waistband, which had no give, nothing. And I thought, you're insane. And I was like kicking myself as I'm in the fitting room now, right? So I'm not gonna leave the fitting room. There's always lines at Zara for the fitting room. So anyway, I thought, oh God, okay, fine. Well, we'll try them on, and it's probably gonna be a joke. I'm not gonna be able to button them or zip them up, whatever. And they fit. And I stood in the dressing room and I looked at myself in the mirror, and I wasn't really close to tears, but I just thought to myself, how is this possible? Again, I've never worn a size small at Zara, and I was just dumbfounded. So those are two, very recent experiences that I've had as I've been trying on clothes. I can tell you I had the exact same type of reactions to things when I was doing my Nordstrom anniversary try-ons, especially when I was in the fitting room at Nordstrom doing my first, shopping run, because a lot of those things were pulled by the stylist. And so, she pulled several of the pants like in a size 4. And again, I mean, I would look at them on the hanger and just be like, you're insane, lady. Why did you bring me a size 4? And I would put them on and they would fit. It just, like I said, I think what's so surprising about it for me now is because I've been this size before, and I just really thought that I would be able to, I guess, transition to that sort of body acceptance and having the ability to recognize what size my body is now with a little more clarity and with a little more ease than I am at the moment. So like I said, just surprising to me. So let me know in the comments below if you are, on a weight loss journey, if you've completed a weight loss journey. How have you handled body dysmorphia? Have you dealt with body dysmorphia? Have you dealt, like I said, on either side of the coin? Because like I said, I think what is talked about less frequently is the body dysmorphia of when you're in a larger size body and don't necessarily recognize your true size that way either. And as I said, I've absolutely experienced it on both sides of the spectrum, both not recognizing how big my body was and now not really seeing my body in its current state. So yeah, like I said, let me know in the comments below. Let me know if you have any tips as to how you get to a little more reality. Like I said, I would think that for me, it would have been easier this time around because of my previous experience. And also, again, because I film myself and I see myself all the time. I don't see myself as how I was, March 29th or whatever the date was that I started on this medication and started this journey. I certainly don't see myself there, but I also don't see myself where I am now. So yeah, it's all very interesting, and I would love to have a dialogue with you in the comments below about how you're feeling, if you've experienced any of this, and like I said, kind of how you're dealing with it, or if you just, I guess, sort of have to do it like I did before, which is just eventually over time, you come to really accept the body that you're in and what size it is really, and feel comfortable in it. So anyway, that's the video for today. If you enjoyed it or found it interesting, helpful, I would love it if you would give the video a thumbs up. And like I said, if you enjoy this kind of content, if you're on your own journey, or just, like I said, want to follow mine, I would love to see you back here. Click the subscribe button down below and the notification bell so you know when I upload videos. If you haven't had quite enough of me yet, there will be another video over here in the corner for you to watch. And remember, kindness and hate spread the same. The choice is yours. I'll see you in the next video, guys. Take care. Bye-bye.